Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today it is finally I'm finally doing my podcast again. I don't even know why. Like it wasn't not even an intentional break or anything like that. But I just didn't know what to film for my podcast, and I guess that's why it was taking so long for this episode to come out. But now I'm just going to be yapping and talking, and yeah. And this episode has no organization, and I actually did film a podcast episode, but it did not. I just was like, this episode is not good. So I just decided to scrap that and never post it ever. So yeah, and as you can tell, like I am filming videos, but my podcast nowhere to be seen. So yeah, but hold on, I'm like trying to get comfortable. Oh yeah, if you're gonna get comfortable, then get comfortable, sit in a chair, get in a comfy chair, or just sit in your bed. For me, I'm sitting in my couch, trying to get comfortable because I was sitting like very weird. But I think I'm gonna sit like this or something. So yeah, I'm not even like in the middle, but I can like change that. Hold on, I'm just gonna sorry guys, I'm just moving my camera so I'm in the middle. And yeah, so the first thing, like you probably can notice, but I kind of am like changing up my bookshelves because I recently cleaned my closet and I put like the cubbies that used to be there, like if you guys know, like seen, like these were like filled with clothes and stuff, but I was like, I can just put this in my closet. So that's what I did, and now I'm gonna use this for books or collectibles. I got a Bratz doll recently because I was just like, I want to like start collecting stuff again, but I was like, I don't know what to collect. And then I came across these like LPS, Littlest Pet Shop. If you guys don't know what LPS stands for, Littlest Pet Shop, and I got like two blind boxes of those. I got a fish, and I got a, I don't know if it's a dog or a cat, but I got like one of those. And I did like put a short out on TikTok. Maybe I'll post it on my YouTube channel, but yeah. And then I got the Bratz doll, I got the Rock Angels, and I got Sasha. I probably could show you guys, but I don't wanna move. I don't want to move up from my chair. Maybe at the end of the video I'll show you if I remember. But yeah, but also like I've been like trying to one thing I've been like trying to also do is collect more Bratz dolls, but also collect um LPS. And yeah, like it's like I don't know why, like it's so hard to find because I don't know if like Bratz doesn't like do a lot of things anymore, or it's just like Bratz dolls don't like have like, you know, they don't like sell them that much anymore, or it's just like extremely hard to find like the Bratz dolls that I want. But yeah, and like also I did not realize that Bratz dolls were so expensive. Like the Bratz doll that I got was like, I think it was like $32. I think, I'm not exactly 100% sure because it was like a few weeks ago, but like even though it was a few weeks ago, I don't really honestly remember because guys, I have a problem. I spend I I'm like trying to get better at it, but like I spend a lot. Like I buy things a lot, so it's hard for me to remember like when I buy things. So yeah, but I actually need to like kind of slow down and on the purchasing things. Not anything in particular, but I just like was like, I'm trying to save money for vacations and like all that stuff. So it's been a whirlwind, but I think one of my vacations is sealed and set. I just need to, there's like a few more things that I need to do, and then I can like officially go. And then yeah, and obviously I have to ask for time off because I do work. So yeah, but yeah, and then next year, like, I was just like wanting to go to another trip. So hopefully that also happens and I have enough money to go. So I really want to go there because I want to go visit someone. So yeah, anyway, so oh, I remember. So this is another thing that I wanted to talk about on my podcast, because like, if you guys know, like, if you've seen like the videos on, like, there's a lot of ads on TikTok. If you've seen like your videos on your For You page, like, I get like a whole bunch of ads. I know it's probably me because I'm like, I keep watching them like fully, and yeah, that's probably why like I get so many ads about them. And like, also, like, I've seen like other people like talk about you know this as well, but and like, also just me in general, like, I have taken like vitamins before, but I want to talk about them on my podcast because I believe that it has truly helped me, even if like I was like slowly seeing the effects of the vitamins. So I am taking a multivitamin, which is like, it just helps. Hold on. I'm gonna like search them up, so because I don't want to mess it up explaining like what these do. But a multivitamin, it just helps with a whole bunch of things. And then I'm also taking a apple cider supplement. It's and that is the Golly brand, or Golly. I don't know how you're supposed to say that, but that's the one I'm taking. And I'm taking ashwagandha, also the Golly brand. So yeah, so I'm gonna look these up so I don't mess it up. And yeah, because I'm sure that these have like, hold on, kind of an explanation of like what each of what each of them does. So yeah, so it's an apple cider vinegar. Hold on, I'm trying to find where it's like explains. Oh, okay. So yeah, so I'm just gonna read the highlights, I think. So yeah, so I'm gonna read the highlights. So it says apple cider vinegar has been used for centuries as a traditional remedy for digestion and gut health. At Golly's patented formula contains vitamins B9 and B12 for overall health and well-being. And it also says the essential nutrients in a delicious gluten-free, non-GMO, and cruelty-free gummy. And it also says that Golly ACV gummies are made with pen, pectin. I don't know how you're supposed to say that. I don't know. Which makes them a great vegan pick. And guys, I'm not vegan, so yeah. But like, I had to get like kind of used to the taste of these, because like the taste of these are not good. Like, I don't think that vitamins are supposed to taste good, but I think it's just supposed to be good for you. But yeah, I'm getting used to the taste. It's still not good, but like I feel like it's really just helping me. And also like the things like it like kind of like curves your appetite. And like I have seen the effects of that, because like I like this morning I was like, I'm not really hungry, but I still want to eat something just so I can just like not be hungry, not as hungry later. So like I've really seen the kind of effects of that, like it curves your appetite. And um yeah, and I've really seen that as well. And yeah, so there's that. And yeah, like I'm like seeing the reviews, and then someone says like they taste awful. Like, guys, I don't think these vitamins or medicine is supposed to taste good. I think it's just supposed to help you feel better. I don't know. And like someone else says it's tasty. It tastes good. So maybe they do like apple cider vinegar. Um yeah. Oh yeah, they do smell bad, but yeah, so someone said they smell bad, but they work, and my appetite is kind of reduced. The taste isn't bad. I don't know what ESP means, but I think it means especially since I'm just gonna use it, especially since they have 4 grams of added sugar. So that's one of them for you. And then someone gave this thing a 5 stars and said they would recommend. It says these are great for curbing appetite as well as keeping you well energized. Thank you, goalie. So yeah, so these and then I'll read like a bad reviews too, so you guys like see like what someone else says that maybe put a bad review. So yeah, so I also I'm just reading the reviews on these, so I'm just these are not my own reviews, and these someone said I would not recommend. So I had high hopes for these, but after trying to make them 3 separate times, they have made me feel worse. I tried taking just a couple after eating instead of helping with if I with eye defection and bloating. I don't know. I don't know what? Okay. And bloating, they made it so much worse. At one point, I could not stop hiccuping and burping for several hours after taking them. And the third and last time I tried to take these, my stomach hurt terribly and I began to feel nauseous. If you want to introduce apple cider vinegar into your digestive routine, you're better off using actual apple cider vinegar and not these gummies. There's something not right about these. So yeah. So that's what someone said. So yeah. But that is just someone said that this helps with their digestive and their gut health. So you really just I think it's just like some things work for someone and they might not work for someone else. So yeah, but these have been working pretty okay for me so far. I just started taking these, so yeah, and you're supposed to take one 3 times a day, and I have been doing that. So yeah, so you're only supposed to take one, don't take multiple. You're only supposed to take one 3 times a day, okay? So you can take one breakfast, lunch, and dinner if you want. And you can take these on an empty stomach as well. So yeah. So or if you're just about to eat, you could have those too, because I've done that. So we're gonna do the ashwagandha now. So yeah, and hold on. Okay, I'm just gonna click on these, and this one is like really like it helps with like ashwagandha helps with a bunch of stuff, but like it helps with um it just helps like get your lower your cortisol and it helps with a bunch of other stuff. And also like I've been dealing with that like and like I literally watched a video and it was talking about like all these things that like kind of like if these things are happening to you, then that means that you may have high cortisol. And I was like, oh my gosh, literally all of these things was like crazy. And yeah, so basically my eye twitches like sometimes, but like recently it just was on another level. And like after like actively I have taken ashwagandha before, but like after actively taking them recently, like like I feel like my eye twitching like has significantly like lowered. If you have like back pain or like stomach pain, then that means that you may have high cortisol, which I have been having. But like I don't know, because I've always had back pain. I really need to get my back chiropracted, so I was like that's probably why. But like yeah, and like if you're like your shoulders also like very much pain, then yeah. And then there was like some other stuff too, but I can like look them up for you guys, so like because I don't want to like yeah. But so the highlights are supposed to relax, restore, and unwind with the ashwa gummies. And then it says science-backed and clinically studied KSM 66 ashwagandha, and then it's also vegan, gluten-free, and non-GMO, and it's proud partners with Vitamin Angels. I don't know what that is, so don't ask. I don't know what that is. So yeah. So I'm just gonna read like one of these things. So it says it's made with powerful full spectrum KSM 66, not 69, 66 ashwagandha designed with a holistic approach. Goli ashwagandhas are an easy and delicious way to incorporate the many wellness benefits of the ancient medicinal root extract ashwagandha into your daily routine. So yeah, and yeah, and also Goli or Gully has been like a recommended like vitamin gummy like out of all of the vitamin gummies like things, like that brand has like always been like a recommendation. Like no one else like recommends any other brands than this one. So yeah, for ashwagandha, like there's so many like different ones, but this one like a lot of people recommend this brand for that. So yeah, because there are like so many other there are so many other like brands for this. So it's interesting that this one is like the more like the most like recommended brand for ashwagandha, because I haven't seen anyone like really just like talk about any other brand. But yeah, I'm going to kind of read like on I'm gonna put this of I think this is how you spell. Okay. So yeah, so the symptoms of having high cortisol levels is high blood pressure, high blood sugar, weight gain, anxiety, muscle weakness, which I have been having. I was like, why do I feel like so much weaker than I have been? Like, I've like always like been like, like I can like I've been like even having trouble like opening my water bottle. I'm like, why can't I like easily open my water bottle? Like it literally has been taking me like so much longer to open my water bottle. Like, I'm just like, how is that even possible? Like, I literally could easily open it, and like for the past couple weeks, couple months, like I've been like, like why is this so much harder to open my water bottle when this has like been so easy for me? Even though my water, I don't know why, but like I tighten my water bottle so hard, like I can't like even open my water bottle. It's so funny, but yeah. And then anxiety, like, oh my gosh, I've been so anxious, and like also just like overthinking like everything, and it's just like to an extreme level, and like having like intrusive thoughts, which is like which my intrusive thoughts like have really toned down, but like it's been like for this, like it's just like really coming back, and I was like, oh my gosh. So constipation, I don't really see that. Like, I poop regularly every day, so I don't think that's a problem. Headaches, yeah, a couple times. Sleep disorder, I have been having trouble sleeping, or like I haven't even been tired. Like, and even last night I was like, I'm not even tired, but I'm just gonna go to bed because it's late and I gotta go to bed. So yeah, I was like that. And like easy bruising, I really haven't experienced that though, but yeah. And then there's some other things which probably not me, but yeah. But large purple stretch marks, I haven't seen purple stretch marks. Heart disease, which I don't really see that. But like I've been like, I don't think it's heartburn, but it's like like when you have like that thing, like it's like it kind of like burn, like I guess it is heart, I don't really know, I can't really explain like heartburn because I don't know like if it is heartburn or not, but like it's like you feel like that thing in your chest and it's like, ooh, like. And then I have to like drink some water because I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this, like it's like so like in there, and it like hurts. And then irritability, I don't know what that means. Hold on. I don't know. Headaches, digestional problems. Oh, okay. I guess. I don't know. It says like, yeah, it just says a bunch of stuff, and maybe, I don't know. Fatigue, which, yeah, I've been like tired, but also like not tired like at night, but like just tired throughout the day. So yeah. And then low sex drive, I like, that's like not me. I don't, but like not also in the other way. So yeah. And then mood swings, I don't think so. um I don't even know what this is. Osteoporosis, I don't even know what that is. Difficulty concentrating, that's always been me, so I'm not sure if that has anything to do with cortisol. uh, um but yeah, thin skin, I don't even know what that is. Yeah, I don't know. And then glucose intolerance, I also don't know what that means in a medical sense. Inc- Increased thirst, um I guess. I don't know, like I've been drinking a lot of water, and like it's always a goal to drink a lot of water, so again, I'm not entirely sure if that is high cortisol, or if that's just me just making sure that I drink water. Infection, I don't think so, I hope not. Muscle tension and pain, um I don't know. And then thin arms and legs, and then a buffalo hump. I don't know what that is. It says there's a fatty hump between the shoulders. I don't know. That, I guess that just means like you have a puffy face and puffy shoulders, I guess. I have no idea. Like under the arms, and abdomen, breast, hips, and underarms, and weak muscles. Okay, yeah, I don't really know. But yeah, those are like all like the things that like could be happening to you if you do have high cortisol. I just wanted to like kind of just talk about this because I was experiencing this and I was like, oh. And I recently did go to the doctor, and they like my reports did say that I did have high cortisol. And also I just was like and like I feel like my vitamins, and I am going, and I've seen like this YouTuber that I'm subscribed to. Like she's like always talking about like how good sea moss is, so I do want to try that. And I am gonna try to take these other stuff that really helps with high cortisol, so I'm gonna take that too and just like see what works for me. And then there's this other thing that has nothing to do with that, but I also want to try because a lot of people really talk about it a lot, and I'm not sure if it's like people are like sending them this and like says like, oh, that's good, or if it's just like actually a good product or not. I don't know, but I also just want to try it, and a lot of people like are like talk about this, so I want to try it out, see what works for me, and just like try to just get on a better, like, and get, to a better point, and kind of just help lower the cortisol levels, and like just like get like a healthier body, because I want to live as long as I possibly can. So yeah, and I feel like getting a healthy body is one of those things to live a good and long life. So yeah, and then the other thing I wanted to talk about was like that has literally nothing to do with what I was rambling about for a good couple minutes now, but yeah, so oh, I wanted to show you guys, I am still wearing my pajamas, but like so I'm just sitting back. Don't mind that I'm still wearing my pajamas. Yeah, I just wanted to, cause like honestly, I don't care. Like I'm gonna wear what I want, and what I wanted was to still wear my pajamas. So yeah, cause I did just wake up like a couple of hours ago. So yeah, I think it's like 1 still. Hold on, what time is it? Oh, it's almost 2 o'clock. 3 minutes to 2. So there's like, yeah, like I've been awake for like almost 2 hours now. So yeah. So yeah, that's why I'm still wearing my pajamas, and I honestly don't care. I was supposed to go somewhere this morning, but I was like, I'm tired. So I was just like, I'm not gonna go. Even though I did want to be there initially, I just was like, I need to get as much sleep as I possibly can, because yeah, especially because I have work today, so I mentioned this so many times, but I work night shifts, so I just was like, I need to get as much sleep as I possibly can. And yeah, but anyway, so yeah, and like I have been like wondering like what books I can read, because I don't know, I just like I just feel like I've read all the books on Libby that I want to read, and there's like no new books, and I just like I need to find some books that are on Libby and I did like find a few, but yeah, and like I'm also like going to be rereading some book that I read last year, which is called The Road to Roswell by Connie Willis. I really liked this book. So yeah, and then I'm going to be reading there, and then I'm reading two books about like French culture and stuff, and then I have like a the rom-com book. It's called The Rom-Com Agenda by Jane Denker. And then I'm reading I think it's a Regency romance. I'm not sure if it's that or if it's just I don't really know, but it's supposed to be like, I think there's like a duke or duchess in this. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know. But yeah. So like, those are the books that I'm reading. And yeah. Oh yeah, and then the books about French culture is The French Art of Living Well by Kathy Yandel, and then My Life in France by Julia Child. So yeah, if you have any books on French culture or that are nonfiction, not fiction, but nonfiction, and then if you also have um books on French history, on like all types of French history, and like also current history or like current affairs in France right now, like please like recommend them in the comments, because I really need to find some books like that, because I don't know why, but like I'm having so much trouble finding like books like that on Libby. So yeah, just like if you have any recommendations that are on Libby, then please comment them below, because I really need the help, please. And yeah, like I've been like really trying to, you know, this year, like I've been really trying to, get more serious about learning French this year, getting immersed in French and the French culture and in the French history. But I've been like trying to do this, like read, like trying to find articles and like find books about like that kind of thing. But yeah, and like I'm currently watching this one show called um what's it called? Oh, that's not the right one. Hold on. It's called, I don't know I forget how you're supposed to say it in French. Like this, like it's called The Agency, but I think it's called L'Agency or something. I don't know, but I don't know how you're supposed to say that, but it's called the Parisian Agency, and it's kind of like real estate but in France, and like their whole family, the mom, dad, and her four sons, like her three sons are real estate agents, and her fourth son is 16. So I don't think you're even allowed to do that like at 16, but maybe, I don't know. I literally have no idea um what age you're allowed to have a job like that. So um, I'm I'm just like looking at my Netflix right now, and guys, there's a movie about plankton. It's called Plankton the movie. It's like a Netflix movie though, but I don't know if you guys can see that. Like they literally have a movie about plankton. Oh my gosh. And you guys probably could see like what I'm watching right now too, because you're like seeing like my movies continue watching for P, which is my name. My name is Bears. But yeah, I'm watching the Parisian Agency, Love is Blind, season 8. And oh my gosh, I feel like I don't know. I have no like particular feelings about the show, but this season, but there's just like one or two, maybe two guys that are just getting on my nerves with the comments that they make, especially that one. I don't trust that guy Dave at all, and I think his name is Ben or something. Yeah, I think his name is Ben. He in the recent episode that I'm watching right now, like he said something that irked me. So I don't know, like like that guy. I don't know. I don't even know what to even say. Like, especially if the person that you're dating like has very strong feelings about that topic, like you should really put in the work and effort to, you know, like if you do decide to get engaged and get married to each other, then you should be able to work on that yourself and, like, you know, work on, like, especially if that's the things that you're talking about and you're like this stuff doesn't affect me. Yes, it does, because even if it doesn't initially affect you, it does affect the people around you, and that's the stuff that I've like really just like, oh my gosh, that really irked me. But yeah, anyway, rising impact, and like also the comments that Dave was making in the beginning, and like also I'm not really sure like what he recently said, but yeah, like just the stuff that he was also saying in the beginning, especially in the first episode, I'm just like why in the world would you say that? Like I guess like in the moment, like, you know, sometimes like people like say things that are just like, why did I even say that? But like he like I feel like, you know, he meant it. But yeah, like it just like it just the stuff that he was saying like just weirded me out, and I was like, I don't like this. But yeah, so the next show I'm like currently watching is Rising Impact, and I just started that show. And then I'm also watching Sakamoto Days, and I don't know, like as you guys already know, like I stopped watching the show because um I just do that. Like if I'm like enjoying the show, I just stop because I'm just like, let me give it a minute, and then I'll continue, because I'm just like, I need to savor shows that I actually enjoy, because like sometimes I'll be watching a show and I binge the show in a day, and I'm just like, oh, like, and I'm just like, I wish that I actually took it slow. And yeah, but like sometimes I'm just like watching a show and I enjoy it a little too much, and I like binge the whole entire show, and I'm like, and then you have to wait like however many years for the next season to come out. So I just had to take it slow. I also like am watching Resident Alien, which is pretty funny. Like I saw a clip of the show and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so funny. So I had to start watching the show. I'm on episode 2, and then I also stopped watching XO Kitty because I was like, I like something happened in that episode, and then I completely stopped watching it. But I'm on episode 8 of season 2, and I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So I had to stop. I was like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know what happens, because like, you know, like I hate conflict. So I was like, I can't watch. I can't watch it. And then I'm watching Pamela, A Love Story, and then I'm watching Interstellar. So yeah, for those like are so those are the movies that I'm currently watching. But yeah, I can't believe they have a movie about plankton. That's like honestly so funny to me. Like, why did they have a show about plankton? I mean, a movie about plankton. That's crazy. Um, but yeah. Um, One thing that like in the past, if I was still like watching like true crime and like all that stuff, I would definitely watch American Murder, Gabby Petito, but I just I don't watch stuff like that no more. So yeah, it's just not my cup of tea anymore. And yeah, and now I drink orange juice, which I don't. I actually don't drink orange juice no more. I like if I'm like eating breakfast, I have water. So and occasionally I drink orange juice, but yeah, like there's nothing wrong with orange juice. I just prefer drinking water. Um, if I want something to drink, I usually just drink water for breakfast, and I absolutely do not like apple juice. Apple juice is not good to me. It's just not good. And also, they put Pride and Prejudice back on my Netflix, which I'm happy about. But also, like I have the movie, I have the physical copy of the movie. So because they kept taking it off of Netflix, so I don't know what that's about. But yeah. So there's that. But um, yeah. And then there's also hold on. I'm like trying to find it. Maybe maybe I didn't put it on there, but yeah, but let me find it. There's this French show that I plan on watching, which is called the I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's the Hookup Plan, and it's a French show. And yeah, I plan on watching it, but I just need to I'm watching so many shows already, so after I finish one show, that's when I'm going to watch it. So yeah, and it has 3 seasons. Um so yeah, so it says when a Parisian Elsa gets hung up on her ex, her best friends secretly hire a male escort to help her move on. But their plan works out a little too well. So that sounds very enticing and very entertaining. So um yeah, I'm excited to watch that. And like I also want to find also um if you have any suggestions for French TV shows or French movies that are really good, that are not history or anything with mystery or whatever, because I really do not like mystery. like I literally hate that. Like I don't like that. Or like adventure. I don't really like adventure movies. Some of them are okay, but some of them just like I don't like that. So yeah, so if you have any suggestions for French movies that are not mystery or history, even though like I did ask to like I need to like learn the French history because I feel like that is important. Um so yeah, but like if you have any um suggestions, then put them also below for French TV and movie and film. So yeah, that are on Netflix or any other, because I do have Prime. And yeah, so yeah, so yeah. Oh, oops. Did it have that movie? No. Oh, they have Total Drama Island. Oh my gosh, this show used to be the show. Was this on Disney XD? I think so. I think so. But yeah, it's like honestly my goal is also this year to watch a bunch of movies that I've never seen before, because I have been watching the same old movies for a very long time. So it's one of my goals to watch new movies in the theater, but also just like, movies that came out throughout the years that I never um, watched before, and that I wanted to watch but I never got to, or like whatever the case may be. Like, I just want to give those movies a chance and, see if I like them. So, yes. And there's like also like this one, there's like this one particular movie that is, I think it's on Netflix. Hold on, let me see. But there's this one French movie that I really want to see, but I never watched. Wait, I'm not spelling it right. I think it's on here. I think. No, it's not. It's not on here. I think it used to be, but yeah. Oh yeah, the thing that I'm talking about, that's like a French movie, but I don't think it's gonna be like my cup of tea, is Lupin. That's just not my thing. It's supposed to be like this, like, I think it's like a heist stuff. I don't know what it is. Yeah, it's a mystery series. Yeah. I just don't really think it's gonna be for me. So I need to like find some movies that are like my thing. Oh, I really want to get this movie. And it's also a goal of mine to get all of my favorite movies, which I do have some of them, but I don't have all of them. So I want to get all my favorite movies in physical media. So like, I want to get all of my favorite movies in physical form. So yeah, and like also like one that I've been like trying to find for a long time is The Holiday. And yeah, it's my favorite one that I've seen like recently. That's like a holiday Christmassy vibe. And I watched it for the first time like maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, and I just fell in love with it. So yeah. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. So yeah. And I don't know, ow, I cracked my finger. um but yeah, so yeah, and like also I'm just gonna talk about a few things that are like pertaining my channel. So yeah, so for the foreseeable future, because I think I didn't really explain it, or if I did, I didn't explain it, and I don't remember. So, um, for my like art I consumed videos, I will be doing those instead of TBR, not TBR, reading wrap-ups. I will not be doing those anymore. Because I just feel like it's more fun to do movies and music and books like all at the same time, to kind of give a little wrap up of everything that I've read, everything that I've watched, and everything that I recently listened to. I feel like that is more fun, and it kind of just is like kind of like a journal entry of like, and kind of just like, of everything that I have seen in that month. And I've like, I watched this video about someone talking about this, especially of like doing the reading wrap ups, and like how a lot of content creators are not doing TBRs anymore, or like, yeah, they're not doing those anymore. And it's because, and like also wrap ups, is because I think it's just because a lot of people are seeing this as competition of how many books that someone read. And like for me, that it would never felt that way. The reason why I didn't do TBRs anymore is because I never stuck to them. So it just felt like no point in making TBR videos anymore. And then I saw, and then I also saw someone talking about the wrap ups, and I was like, someone like people were saying that like people saw this as a competition of like, oh, I read this however many books, I read like 20 books this month, and I'm just like, oh. And I I I understood what they were kind of saying, and I was like, this is like, I don't want anyone to ever feel like, oh, like this is like, you know, this person like read this many books, and like I was only able to read one book, or I wasn't even able to finish this one book this month. So I just want to kind of um say that like someone, like everybody reads at different speeds. Everybody reads different books. Some people read short books, some people read short stories, some people read articles or magazines, or somebody reads graphic novels or manga, or somebody reads a very big, thick book, like, I don't even know, like those like very like brick sized books. And like, you know, like people read like things that like have thousands of pages, and some people read like books that only have 100. So it just honestly depends on what you're reading and how fast you're reading them. And I feel like there's nothing wrong in reading a book slowly, because I feel like there's like also like for people like saying like all these things about how audiobooks are cheating, or audiobooks, like that's not like real ways to read. But like people like read in different ways. Like there are conditions that people have that they're not able to physically read a book. So you have to honestly like think about that. Like, and yeah, because like, you know, I don't have time. I really don't really have time to read during the week, because I'm at work. I don't have time to physically read a book while I'm working. Like, so I listen to my audiobooks and I read like that. And then on the weekends when I'm not working, the days that I'm not working, I'm not really reading. So if I do read, then I read, but I'm not like, I'm not reading all the time. And like when I was like also before I even got the job that I'm working now, like I literally, my the days in between where I stopped working at my old job and to the job that I have now, like I was reading every single day, all day, for hours and hours and hours. So it honestly just depends on like how much time someone has, um and like how fast someone can read something. If like I was like physically reading a book and I was really really enjoying it, it would take me like 2 or 3 days to finish. And um yeah, for me that's like really really fast. Because sometimes a book can take me a week to read. So it's just like, it just depends on like how, like also like how enjoyable the book is. I feel like that's also a factor. So Yeah, and like also I'm also because I don't really talk about drama on here or whatever, so I'm just going to talk about it. And yeah, because I just or like also like I don't talk about politics or anything like that on my channel, but I feel like it's about time that I did. And um yeah, because I just feel um like that's just not something that I wanted my channel to be. I didn't want to talk about that because I didn't want to kind of I just didn't want to, you know, talk about something that I just didn't know much about. But and I probably still don't, but I've been seeing a lot of different things, and I kind of just wanted to kind of talk about it because I feel like, you know, if I am like, you know, talking about books and I am like in kind of in the book community, I need to talk about these things. And you know, it's really important. And so yeah, in the beginning of the year, um there was some controversy. I don't even think it was the beginning of the year. I think it was like February, but I think it started in the beginning of the year. So I'm gonna just start with that. So in the beginning of the year, the first thing that happened was someone said that books are not politics. Books are not about politics, and because of the book bans and all of that stuff pertaining to that were happening at the time. And um yeah, and if you think your the books that you think are like not gonna get banned, yes they are, because it's already happening. And yeah, a lot of books that were banned before, years and years ago, are getting banned again. So in like these schools and also libraries, I don't really know like about like bookstores and how that's gonna work. um like I don't know, I don't really know how that's gonna work. But I guess it's just like I don't really know like much about it. But I think it's just only affecting the schools and like children's libraries or something. I don't really know what's happening, but on that front. But yeah, so like anything that you read has politics in it. The romances that you read, the Hunger Games is a perfect example of politics. um Twilight, which is crazy, but there is politics in that. Any book, like it literally has politics in it, and whether you think so or not. And like the Divergent, the Hunger Games, Harry Potter, like those are like just popular books that are like, you know, have politics. And I wanted to use that because it does. And like, you know, people's like favorite books on like Book Talk and um um just like a lot of different people love the Sarah J Maas books, and that has politics in it, very much so. And you really have to like see, you really have to like see it, like read the books to even like, you know, kind of understand where that's coming from. But yeah, like every single book that you read, even if it doesn't specifically have politics in it, it does have politics in it. And yeah, and um, yeah, and yeah, and I think it's I think it's important to kind of, even if you like not even political, I think it's um or you don't really have a political stance, um I think it's important to kind of like, see and like listen to what's going on in the world, because I feel like that's very important, because it's happening to you, it's happening to people around you. So I think it's important to just be aware of the things that are going around you. Um, so yes, and then also there was, and now in February, like the end of February, um, there was a lot of people talking about the Sarah J. Maas books and the who is it? Rebecca something. Rebecca Ross? I can't remember, but the person who wrote the Fourth Wing books. So yeah, so people love those books, and yeah, and people are just like, and I keep on seeing like books, and I keep seeing like books being like, you know, these books getting talked about when these books came out years and years ago. So yeah, and it became popular on Book Talk, and you know, and I found that, you know, it was like, these books, it's good that books that were, they're getting like, reintroduced to the young people and, stuff, but it's just like, these books were popular way back when. And like also like, even like, hold on, even this book like is getting like a resurgence because of like, and I love this book, but this book has been popular like forever. I think it's been like popular since it came out, I think. But yeah, the Mortal Instruments, and there's like, I think it's called like I don't know, actually. I think it's just called the Clockwork series. I'm not sure. I have no idea. But yeah, like I love The City of Bones, and there is like a bit of like ooh, like type, of this in this book, and you kind of like, it's like very entertaining because you're like seeing like people that never like got around to reading that book at the time, and they're just reading it now for the first time, and they're just like, oh, this is like and then you just have to keep reading the books because it's not actually what you think. But yeah, so yeah, but this book and this series is, honestly, it is really, really good. So yeah, anyway, if you know, you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, so like, books from like years ago get like resurfaced and they get repopularized, and then it's just like a moment of like, even like, what is that book called? It's like the one with the crown on it. I don't know what it's called, but like that got repopularized, and people were like, that book has been popular, that book has been talked about before, and you're just now like the new generation of, people who were loving books and reading books are like, oh, like this book is so great, um and like stuff like that, and like, and and the people who like have like been there when it's been like, you know, like when it first came out or stuff like that. Like it's just like, you know, we've been new. Like we've been read this, and yeah, so it's just like, yeah. And you know, I don't know how that could be a drama, but it was. And yeah, that was just a crazy moment of like just like people being like, we're like, you know, and people acting like this is a like a new book when this book has been out forever. So yeah. And then yeah, and just like, cuz it, oh yeah, I remember now. So basically, I don't remember the title of the book, but um I, for some reason, I cannot remember the book title, but um the book got in controversy because of Lauren Roberts' book, um what's it called, like Powerless or something. Yeah, Powerless. It got very popular, and um the other girl's book got accused of plagiarization. And I'm like, this book has, and she clapped back and she was like, my book has been out forever. My book has been out since even years and years before this girl's book has ever been out. So you guys don't even know what you're talking about. So yeah, like it was like just a crazy drama. So yeah, and that just like came about. And then there was this one girl who was like, this book like has like small letters and like small font, and it's not the same as like reading, you know, on my Kindle and whatever and whatnot. And she got kind of like misconstrued as complaining um about reading a physical book and like whatever. And yeah, she just got very misunderstood in what she was talking about. So I guess like people like have to be more direct and, you know, kind of like explain more about what they're talking about or complaining about. So yeah, because yeah, some books are like have very very small words, and you're just like, ugh, this is so like daunting to even read because the words are so small. Like and you have to like squint to even see the words. So yeah, like I totally understand what she was talking about, but her words just, you know, her words obviously got misconstrued and people misunderstood what she was saying when she made that video. So yeah, that happened. And then what else happened? Um oh yeah, and a lot of people are like, and I'm totally okay with doing this. A lot of people are getting rid of, you know, books that have racist authors, people who, authors who did bad things. Like people are getting rid of the books from Neil Gaiman, Sarah J. Maas, oh yeah, that's her name, Rebecca Yarros, um, and I don't know, and also that one girl, what is her name? Like the most recent one, what is her name? I think her name is like, yeah, I don't know it. Hold on. I actually started reading one of her books, but hold on. It's like, I think one of her books is called The Lost Heir or something like that. So, excuse me. And her books, hold on. I think, hold on. Hold on, I don't know it. Hold on. I know she writes dark romance, so. I don't know. Oh, I know it. Her name is Sophie Lark. That I was like dark, Lark. There we go. So yeah, but it's not funny, but yeah, Anyway, the way that I came across her name, but yeah, it's funny. But yes, so yeah, her name is Sophie Lark, and yeah, and she's gotten a lot of stuff because of the stuff in her books. And I don't really know what's in her books because I never read her books. But the reason why I stopped reading one of her books was I was just like, I'm not really into this, so I just stopped reading it. It was like, I think it was The Lost Heir. I think it's called The Lost Heir, but I don't know. It didn't come out on Goodreads, but oh my gosh, my nose is so runny. But anyway, so yeah, so it was just like, and kind of just like not canceling them because I feel like they're just always going to be popular and there's always going to be people who are backing them and and stuff like that, and like liking these controversial authors, and it's always good to support authors, but not uh not if they're doing things that are not in line with my morals or other people's morals or values in their life. And I do not I don't think I have any controversial authors in my books, in like my collection. I don't think, I hope not. But yeah, and if I do, I won't talk about them. Um but yeah. Because I feel like I have a lot of classics, and then I have my Twilight series, which I will never get rid of. I will never get rid of because I'll always love that series so much. And I have the Lockwood and Co series. I have the Shepherd King series. I have the City of Bones, and then I have what is it? The Boys of Tommen series, and then I have Normal People and Intermezzo by Sally Rooney, and then I have Mary Oliver's Devotions, and then I have her book about poetry, and then and then I have some manga. So, and I do have some other books, but I'm not even gonna talk about those because yeah, those are just so I don't even know. But yeah, like it's honestly so crazy that like we even have to, because I feel like now like we always like now we're just gonna have to kind of like do our research on authors and see like how like we have to see what this person is like, or like like see like what this author is, who this author really is, and like also like we have to like see like also with the publisher, with like these publishers supporting these terrible groups of people, like we have to see like because like we're not only supporting the author, but we're supporting the publishers who are supporting these authors. So yeah, and yeah, because like some, but also like it gets a little hard and also just tedious to even like check, but like I feel like now, like, I feel like now it's just like that this is just something that we have to do because like it's just like like why do they think this is okay in the first place, and like just to but yeah, and now like also publishers are gonna have to do more research on the authors as well, because like it's just like they also have to see like, is this someone that we want to work with and we want to put her books out with our publishing company. So yeah, like it's just something that us as people and like the publishers have to do their due diligence and work on like trying to see if this is a publisher that we want that they want to work with, or is this a author that we want to read. So yeah, and like also like I've always been a person who doesn't really like check or like look at a publisher. So yeah, so yeah, I just read the book, that's all. So yeah, it's very hard, but is it like it's crazy. And then the most recent drama was um that Oathbound, very new book. It came out March 4th, and I never read the books. Not because of anything in particular. It's just or anything. But it just didn't seem like my thing. Cause at the time, like I really, really, really wasn't into fantasy. Now I'm like kind of being into fantasy, but like it has to be like something that like I know I'm gonna really like and enjoy, but it still doesn't seem like something I want to read. But you know, it's really cool to kind of support um black authors, because they really, really don't get a lot of recognition um that they should. And in this case, a lot of bookstores are not putting this new book that just came out and putting it in the front of the stores, putting a table in the front of the store, and where everyone can see it. You don't have to scavenge for it. You barely even have to look for it. It should be in the front tables. Um, and yeah, like you didn't have to look in the back or scavenge for the book, because um like because it's a very new book. Like if it's a very new book, it just got released and it doesn't have a table, or it's in the very back, or it's in like the bookshelves, but it's not front and center where you can see it. Like, you know how like some books have like that one where it's like facing, you can see the book face front, and then you have like the other books, like it should be like that, but it wasn't. So yeah, so a lot of like people are like doing like the bookshop test to see if they can find it, if they can find Oathbound very easily, or if they have to, like, and it's like, why do we need? Is it because, like, but like it's a very popular series. Like I've seen it many, many times. I've seen people talk about Oathbound and like the whole series in particular, like all the time. So it is a very popular series. It's a very popular book. So why isn't it in the front? Why isn't it like have its own thing? And why does these books that have been out for months, been out for years, and yes, it is popular, but like, why does that have table, a bunch of tables that like for like Onyx Storm and Sarah J Maas books. Why does that have a whole bunch of tables if that's like a very old book, or that book has been out for months now? That should be on the shelves already. That shouldn't even be have its own bunch of tables. Like why doesn't it just have one table? Like you have so many tables and Oathbound doesn't have one? And it or like it shouldn't, like Oathbound is very popular, and like I don't know what this series is called, so I'm just gonna keep calling Oathbound. Um but I've seen the videos, and like the table is a very small table. And I know Barnes and Nobles has big tables. So why doesn't it have a bigger table in the first place when that book, or like it has, like where like the shelf, like it has like that face where it has like those like floating things. It has that. Like why did it only have that? Like come on. Like it should have more than that. And I think it's just like, is it because like the author is a black author, or you just like, or you just don't want this to be the front and center because it has main black characters, and because like this book is very popular, or the workers at the store are just like, or just don't see like, or just don't see that this is a very popular book, or this is a very, very new popular release, so it should have its own table. I don't even know, like at this point, because like it's just, I don't know, there's so many things going on, especially in the beginning of this year, so it's very hard to, see what kind of motive this really is. So yeah, and this video has run on for way too long, so I'm gonna stop talking now. I hope you guys enjoyed this this podcast episode. So yeah, have a great and wonderful day, and I will see you guys in my next video or my next podcast. Bye. Okay, I have to get it.